Oh no. Is the blade gonna keep taking and kill him? Oh no, 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 no. I hope not. Oh, we got him really low. Alright, let's see what happens when we kill him with this guy. We don't have time. It's 22%. 22.2. Alright, keep that in mind. Let's probably send him over the threshold. Alright, so in the previous video we showed you kind of how to do the basic taming, so we'll go over some of the taming steps here, but this is going to be about the favorite food and a few other tests like that. Yeah, hey, these guys are pretty simple though if you stay away from them and don't aggro them until you have the food. You can feed them by hand like I showed you in the previous video. They're pretty easy to tame without using a trap. Okay, for testing purposes we're going to use 2 turtles to try and get this guy to the point where he's ready to tame. Alright, so we are going to use a level 1 and a level 150 turtle, see if it's the drag weight that matters, the health, the levels, that kind of stuff. So we're going to try that out. Alright, so we'll kill this guy, and the other turtle's not mad. The other turtle's running, 150's running, okay. Here we go. We'll go up here and we'll feed them this guy. So he'll start sniffing, and then he'll want to eat it, and put it close enough that he can eat. If you're out, if he's free, as soon as you start sniffing, he knows where it's at, you can just run away. So yeah, so level 1 was halfway, so I'm pretty sure that's what a level 150 does, so it's going to be based off drag weight. And if, anything's heavy, you're not really going to be able to drag it all that well anyway, so depending on your weight. And if you have 1,000 weight, maybe. But turtles are great, you only need 2, right, and they're easy to pick up with the drag and bring back. If this body does exactly 50% as well, then it won't be enough. Wow, it drops really fast, you gotta be quick about this. So we'll probably go ahead and let it drop all the way into this again. He's sniffing, we can give him food. Let's just see if the 150 does all the way or not. Oh, and yeah, there he goes. He's getting weird because he can't move. I imagine wildcard doesn't really want you having these guys in traps. Yeah, so you're not running into this issue with traps. You can supposedly de-render, re-render, it should help fix it, and he'll eat it, but I mean, the entire time he's going to be dropping, so. Okay, so we're going to try, we de-render, re-render him. Let's see if that fixes him and he eats the turtle now. He ate it, yeah, but it didn't do anything. There it goes. And that was... no, it was about 50%. Oh, he got out. Oh, he can get out of the trap. Oh, and they can climb like Rexes, apparently. Okay, so... so don't feel safe because you have them in the trap. Crap. Okay, so we're going to use a woolly rhino now. It's a little bit heavier than a turtle, so this is level 1, and we'll see if we get a better result here. This will tell us what this is based off of here. Ooh, 520 pounds of drag weight. That's barely enough. He's sniffing, so let's run away. Move speed's really low. Alright. So he's gonna sniff it out and come and eat it. He sees me, he'll aggro, so I just need to be close enough to see what it goes up. Oh yeah, woolly rhino definitely gives him more. Oh, he saw me, didn't he? No, okay, cool. I was in trouble. Okay, so woolly rhino gives more than the turtle, so it's definitely based off of drag weight. This part of the taming process is based off of drag weight. So the higher the drag weight is, the less you have to feed them. But I mean, even with a rhino, you see we're gonna have to feed them twice. And unless you have an extremely high drag weight, I doubt you're gonna be able to give them something that has like 500 drag weight or more. Just expect to bring 2 things and have them both dead and ready to feed them nearby. And again, if you're having issues dragging a body, grabbing a hold of it, use the G on the keyboard if you have a keyboard. If you're on console, you just have to keep trying to use the radio menu. Okay, so he's sniffing. Alright, now we don't have to worry about too much about getting away from him because we know this time it's going to tame him. So we want to be right there when he eats it. Oh, he ate it from a distance. Okay, so that we can immediately get on him before he starts running. And there we go, now we're on him. Now we go on the hunt and start killing stuff, right? Now this is a great time to either have a bunch of stuff lined up, or nearby, or have a tribe mate bringing stuff over to you. All right, and then we're gonna go through and we're gonna see what will tame him the best. I'll get on before he runs. All right, we got him. All right, let's go test this out. Let's see what we can do here. Oh, they got out of their traps. Not good. Okay, so we're gonna see percentage. Another croc gives, of course, as you take damage. You lose taming effectiveness. I don't know why I'm not losing taming effectiveness, but I should be. If you notice, we don't have stamina, so I pointed out in the previous video. Stamina is a problem. Boy, I'm hurt. That's level 1. I'm on level 150. This is nuts. Alright, well that was crazy. We got 6.4 off of the Krog, and it almost killed us, so yeah, that's not a great idea. Yeah, we just wanted to see 6.4. Alright, we'll go try out these other dinos. He killed the Diplo. Alright, let's see if we can take on a level 1 giga. No, you can't take on a level 1 giga. Not gonna work. Okay. Alright, we're gonna try to kill this giga again, see what we get from it. Now, I already went ahead and messed it up a little bit. It's already healing though, so hopefully we can still kill it before it devours us with its bleed. 1 giga bleed is crazy. Oh, I hope I didn't. Oh no, did I not do enough damage before I started fighting? No, it's about to die, right? Wow, it's about to kill me. Oh, it's 150 car already. Giga's crazy. There we go. 7.3%. Oh, that's nice. That's something that you're supposed to be fighting with. I mean, it would make sense for it to take damage and you lose taming effectiveness, right? So it looks like they may have patched that out. Or maybe not. Maybe we're just having some weird glitch here with the server, but... Alright. So as we saw through testing, Gigas did a really good job at giving him some taming percentage. So we're going to try out different Gigas here, unclaim them after doing some damage. And each one of these has almost the same amount of hit points. With level 1 all in hit points, which as a Giga is pretty much pointless because it didn't hardly increase. Anyway, so we're trying to see if levels matter, or hit points matter, or melee matters. So different things like that. So here we go. Let's go the first one here. Well, 313 gave us 1.8%, so less than the wild, right? 225 didn't give us much either. And the 313, it gave us a little bit more. Okay, so as you can see, tamed gigas do not give nearly as much as wild gigas. So if you're wanting to use tamed gigas is not the way to go. Okay, we're gonna do some testing here. We have 2 different giant turtles down, both same level with different points attributed. So this one's in weight, so we'll see how much the weight gives us. Alright, there it goes. 1.6% for the weighted turtle. Alright, remember, same level. This one's all health. Okay, and all health instead of 1.6% gave us 7 point something percent. Anyway, so yeah, it's definitely based off health, not level. So here we go. Let's try this guy now. Was this a Diplo hiding them? No, Bronto. Bronto's health doesn't get nearly as high as the giant turtle or the Diplo, so we'll see how it works. Alright, it wasn't too bad. Wasn't as good as the giant turtle there. Alright, so we'll eat the Diplo now. Diplos seem to get a lot of health. This guy has just almost 100,000 health, right? That was crazy. Oh, there we go. That was a nice jump. So Diplo is good. Now if you remember, the cards gave us some decent, the wild cards gave us some decent taming percentage. So how much does the tamed one give us? Whoa, we got kicked off there, so it's hard to say. I guess we reached the threshold where it kicks you off and you have to start over. Oh, right. And now it's going to eat us because I didn't run away in time. No, 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 no. Ah. Alright, so now to go over the easiest way to tame this guy, right? One of the easiest ways is going to be to put him in a trap. As you see, the forward dino gate trap doesn't really work very well. They can climb out of them, get out of them, whatever. So I'm going to put him in the, beat him off the gate trap here. He actually looks like he might be damaging the stone. Let's see. Yeah, quite a bit. He's gonna eat through this. So yeah, use metal. So don't use stone. Use metal. So he's about to get free. That's not ideal. He's sniffing. He wants to come forward, so we'll leave. Give him the rhino. We even throw out another one. We'll do it again. So there we go. And now this one's crap. Oh, right. Throw them out crowd sick. Don't kill them too soon. Alright, or they will vanish. Just give them a few seconds. Right. And now, since this is health-based, we can do this with all kinds of dinosaurs. It doesn't have to be... I'm going to use turtles here. It doesn't have to be turtles. It can be Diplos, Brontos, whatever you have has the most health. Turtles raise in like a day or two. You can get a lot of hit points into them. Super easy to race. I race thousands of them, like when I'm in a war, like every weekend. Oh, right. Right, you can't just fight them. You have to throw them out and unclaim them, which takes a moment, but it's definitely worth. So we'll do this. Now this won't give them as much as, you know, as we saw earlier. The giant turtles and the diplos work the best. Okay, so, and of course you want to bring them in. I didn't bring them in hurt. Probably should have. You can hurt them before you bring them in, but you also have to be careful. So we got 3% out of that. He will, once you unclaim them, he'll start chomping on them. So if they're too hurt, he'll chomp right through them and kill them. So as you can see, we're getting a little bit here and there. Turtles are just cheap. You're not losing anything by taking more, you know, more dinosaurs stuff for him to tame with. So I would use turtles because, you know, like I said, I raised several thousand of them on a weekend, and for war we just throw them into turrets. So we have plenty of turtles, and our turtles are better, you know, than these, of course. But if you have whatever you have that has a lot of health that you can easily, you know, get a lot of. If you have a ton of element, clone, anything with high health. Alright, 17%. A few things to take note of when you're doing this. Alright, when I get back on, I'll show you. I'm killing myself by jumping off of them. I probably need a med bruise. Okay, one thing to take note of when you're doing this is look at the top right. You see the friendship symbol up there, the imprint symbol for the timer. That is important. That's how much time you have to get this guy to a taming point. I don't want to die jumping off this guy. Should have brought med bruise. This is probably easier with 2 people. Just have one throwing the turtles, unclaiming the other one, setting up a chomping. Anyway, so you don't want that time to run out. If it runs out, you lose a whole lot of taming effectiveness. I believe I showed that to you in the last video with the basics of taming this guy. You might want to check that one out. We're not going to go over all the basics here. Alright, so there you go. We got over 20%. I need to get out when my legs are broken. He's going to eat me, isn't he? Oh no. Okay, got out. So you need to be able to get away from him. Once he hits, it can be 20%, it can be more. It depends on how much he got off of the dinosaurs. When we were doing giant turtles earlier, you know, he got all the way to 30% before it kicked me off. So it will kick you off after a certain percentage, and that's okay. You'll lose taming effectiveness a little bit. But yeah, so that's another thing. You may want to use the giant turtles or the diplos to get higher than 20 before he kicks you off. That way you can get more between each kickoff, so maybe he'll kick you off less times. Now, I recommend bringing 10 rhinos for this, because if every 20% he kicks you off, you'll need 10. Oh, he got out. Alright, so you need to use metal, of course, so this doesn't happen, right? Well, yeah, we'll make this work for now. But yeah, so he got out. Anyway, bring 10 rhinos with you. That's probably going to work best. If you're using turtles, like, you know, you just want to use turtles for the whole thing, you'll probably need a whole lot of turtles. I think he started sniffing, and he's kind of being weird about it. So yeah, we'll get him over there. Let go of that. It's not angry anymore, so you get distracted by the door. There you go. So you ate the rhino. Okay. One thing to note is, even if you kill... Oops. And don't mess up like how I'm going to need more rhinos. Yeah, even if you kill something in his presence and he sniffs it out and goes to eat it, unless you dragged it, for dragging it when he started sniffing it, he's not gonna, it doesn't count. It doesn't give you any more progress until you can ride him, right? And one thing is, the progress for riding him is going to be weight based. More weight the dino, more drag weight the dino is considered to have, the better he will, yeah, the more he will get from eating it. Unfortunately, you have to have really high weight to drag something with higher drag weight. Like mine's 520, I can barely drag a rhino with the gear on. Anyway, so my weight's like 520, and this rhino is under 500 drag weight, and I can barely drag him with my gear on. So, okay, let's do that. So you're going to need a lot of weight if you want to bring something with a high drag weight just to get it with one shot there. Alright, you know them? Okay. Actually, we got time. We should fix that now and get him back in there. Well, of course we can fix that now. We have metal ones over here. Titan kind of stomped through them, but I think it's not really set up where I can get in and out, though. Alright, now as you can see, my effectiveness went down by only 0.1%, right? So that's not bad, because he got over, you know, he got over 20% before it kicked me off. I didn't run out of time in the top right. If you run out of time in the top right, your effectiveness goes way down. in the beginning, when it first came out, if you were taking damage from dinos, your percentage went down as well, but it seems that might have changed now. But maybe not. If you notice it's still doing damage, then still losing percentage when taking damage, then yeah. Using your own tames is going to be the easiest. Of course, you can always have a friend going out and just getting you stuff and just using wild dinos like crazy if that's how you want to do it. That's just going to take longer, and you have to make sure you get to that threshold where he kicks you off. Which, if you're getting low amounts of percentages, it looks like it's about 20% for level 150. It might be higher for low levels. Alright, and it seems kind of random because I was at 30% earlier before it kicked me off. And I've been at 60% before and not gotten kicked off. So, yeah, you gotta get kicked off. You gotta get to the point where he kicks you off before your timer at the top right runs out. So, if it's one of those times where it has to be 60%, you know, and that was level 150, so it's not like it was level dependent. So, if it's one of those times where it has to be 60% before he kicks you off, or 80% or whatever, you're gonna have a hard time doing that just from wild tames alone, or wild dinos alone. You definitely want to use tames. Most tribes, of course, if you've been in PvP or whatever, you're gonna have a lot of you're probably gonna have a lot of the big turtles, right? Or you're gonna be able to breed them or clone them. That'll work really well. Anything with high hit points. So, okay, as you can see, I fixed this. Switch to metal. You don't have to trap them, or you can trap them however you like. There's too many structures around; they may or may not tame correctly. So you just make sure 4 behemoth gates is, you know, huge structures, but they only count as, you know, 1 each, so it helps you get away with a lot of stuff there. Keep them trapped in there, and you can give them a larger area to move around in, which should also help. So he should be sniffing and wanting to bite this. Did he eat it? Oh no, it won't come in here. Oh no, I didn't make the hole big enough. There we go. Come on. Alright, I'll release it. He should be able to bite through this. There we go, and pull it in. Did he ever sniff? Another thing about using traps and bringing them in here like this, it may cause issues, aggro and stuff like that, so I couldn't really see if he was sniffing or not. He must have been, and now he's trying to walk a certain distance before he will correct himself. So that's another thing, traps, you know, they may not work great. Oh, he could reach it. That's okay, that's okay. He didn't eat the body, so I got the body now. Okay, it seems he broke. He's trying to walk into the door and non-stop. So we're going to de-render him, re-render him. Maybe it'll calm him down. And he won't be aggro to the structures and stuff like that. So hopefully he'll eat the rhino. Be careful too, because sometimes you slip out of structures when you de-render. So okay, there we go. Oh, I didn't quite finish, but it did fix. So that's positive. It did fix. So now I just got to feed him one more. Of course, can't shoot this right away. Alright. Well, let's show you an easy way to tame this guy. So the trick is, as we've been saying as we're going through this, is health, right? So now, one of the things my tribe's been working on is going to be the big turtles, because, you know, they are great soakers. So I'm sure lots of people are working on these and not other things. Oh no. Okay. So we'll use these. Of course, you can hurt them to make this faster, but you gotta be careful if they're too hurt. If he chomps them before you get on him, it won't count. So this is going to take a little bit of time here. We got plenty. So with the 6 times, or is it 8 times damage from the cryo? Yeah, you were easily chomping through his health. And those guys like 90 to 100,000 health. All right, so let's rip through this, and here we go. 6% right there, almost 7%. That's pretty good. Can we not use sanguine elixirs on this guy? Oh, there we go. There, we got a sanguine elixir going. He just hit 36%. Now you may want to save the sanguine elixir till he hits 70% in case something goes wrong. Blood packs are free, right? So basically, you just gotta get something with a lot of health. There we go, 44%. Of course, once he reaches a certain threshold, which will probably be 50% because we gave him a sanguine elixir, it will kick us off, and he'll lose 0.1% of taming effectiveness, which, you know, it's not bad. There we go. Kicked us off. I think he hit 50%. We'll get out. And we'll get ready to get some more rhinos and go back in. You see the titans. We're going to do a test with the titans here in a little bit. So yeah, stick around for that. Sniff in the air. So we'll just calm down a little bit. He was aggroed, and now he's sniffing the air anyway. So go ahead and slingshot this in here so he can eat it. So that's cool to know. You know, even if he's aggroed, he will calm down. Let's go ahead and get the next rhino out. Now, I did find there is a point in time. There is a small timer here from the point when he eats this before you can eat the next one. And if you try and give him the next one too early, it won't count. So you have to make sure enough time has passed, which is not much time. I think it's like 30 seconds or something like that. It's not bad. But if you try and rush and feed them two things one right after another, yeah, it'll fail. Again, wildcard's mechanics are set up to have them walking around and moving far. I wouldn't be surprised if wildcard actually makes it where you can't tame these guys anywhere near buildings, just to make sure you're not trapping them like this anymore, kind of like they did with the other dinos, the Sino, the Arma, things like that. They made it so you couldn't even tame them around structures anymore. So this guy, they may do the same thing with that. I mean, he's already complicated because he does this right here, right? He wants to move around. He wants to go a certain distance, kind of like the horse as well, right? They want to go a certain distance before they do their behavior. They need so many steps, so it takes them a minute to get in and out of it. And if he doesn't get out of it soon, we'll have to de-render him and re-render him. We'll go ahead and try that. Oh, did it just get free because I de-rendered the building? I hope not. Oh, please don't have gotten free. It did. Oh, that ruins everything. Hey, bud, I got your food right here. Sniff it. Come and get it. Come and get it. Back in the trap. Hey, if you're enjoying the video or finding this useful or helpful, go ahead and smash that like button and subscribe. Leave a comment down below. It helps the channel out a lot. YouTube sees that and helps channels grow if you comment, especially. So yeah, just say hi, whatever, whatever you want. Let me know where you've been finding these guys at, or if you've been finding them, what levels they are, stuff like that. What cool interactions you've had with a new dinosaur so far. Something, you know, anything really. But that's another thing brings me to the point of the location, where to find these guys. Now, I have a video out that shows you where to find them. It's showing you the giga spawns because that's where they spawn where giga spawn. If the video doesn't have all the giga spawns on it, then I guess there's some maps where the giga spawns were a little different, so it may not have all of them. But yeah, anywhere you've seen giga spawn, that's where these guys are going to spawn. Yeah, but I'll have that video linked above as well as a card, and you can just grab it. And oh, I hope I didn't bring this in here too soon. Got distracted. We'll see. Enough time. Seems like enough time has passed. Nope, enough time did not pass. We'll need another turtle. And then we'll bring in, yeah, we'll do another one with the Titans and see how that goes. See if it's, maybe you want to come over with a Titan and tame this guy, right? See how that works. We're at 96%, so yeah, this should be the last turtle here. And, you know, basically you can tame this. I'm using the big turtles. You can use Diplos, you can use Brontos, whatever you have that has a lot. Yeah, we tamed it. All right. Whatever you have that has a lot of health mutations, right? Anything that you have a lot of health in. All right, now I can't stress this enough. Whenever you're taming these guys, the only thing that really matters is the hit points on the dinosaurs, right? We tested levels, we tested different stats. I've gone through and done a ton of testing. I've been testing since I got up today. And it's I was testing before I went to bed last night, and yeah, it's just a ton of testing on this guy, and it doesn't seem like anything special affects him other than health. Right, maxing out the health of whatever. So if you think you have that's high health mutations, and again, you can be as frugal as you want. I would be super frugal with this guy and just use turtles. It's unofficial service. Turtles are super easy to raise, clone, whatever, and we have high hit points. But if you have you know, the giant turtle or Diplos or whatever, you feel like taming Titans. Which we're about to test to see if that actually works. This is the theory. We'll see if it works or not. Alright, so let's get to that test. I think you guys got the idea, right? Use whatever hit point dino you have that's easiest for you. Frugal. Be frugal, be super expensive, or whatever. You want to clone super high health dinosaurs, you go for it. And of course, make sure you're using the Sanguine Elixir to speed it up. You don't have to, of course, if you just want to burn through more dinosaurs, but Sanguine Elixirs are practically free. Alright, so let's move on to the time test. Saw the first turtle didn't get anything because I had already went and grabbed the next turtle. So make sure he's eaten it before you touch the next turtle. Alright. Or whatever you're using, in this case turtles. But yeah, if you grab the next one, I think something happens and it doesn't think that you touched the last one, or yeah, anyway. And you lose out on that, so make sure, just making sure you're aware of that, so you know what the kind of things can go wrong when taming this guy here. And if you're curious if this does well and you want to start off your taming process with the Titan here, you can head over to the desert on Ragnarok, and Titans and Gigas spawn in close to the same area, so you don't have to walk the Titan nearly as far. You know, if you get lucky, you find a car over there in the desert as well. I do have a video on my channel on how to tame these guys with mechs. If you want to see how to do that, it's pretty easy. It's like 12 mech cannon shots if you get perfect shots, and yeah, it's pretty much tame. Unclaim them and melt them down with a Thylo. You can even melt the wild ones down with a Thylo if you want, but when you can, they don't fight back this way. Oh, he kicked me off. It must have reached its threshold. Oh no, that's not good. Hey bud, look, I got another turtle for you. Yeah. Please don't bite me. Come on. Yes. Get on him. Where is he going? Let's find my gates anyway. Okay. Alright, well, there you go. A Titan will save you a couple of dinosaurs, alright? 22% tame a Titan doesn't seem worth the trouble there. Alright, let's test the Ice Titan and see how much it gives us. Let's put this guy up for now. Oh no. Is the bleed gonna keep taking and kill him? Oh no, 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 no. I hope not. Oh, we got him really low. Alright, let's see what happens when we kill him with this guy. We don't have time. It's 22%. 22.2. Alright, keep that in mind. Let's probably send him over the threshold. Yeah, I did. Alright. Well, this is what it is. He's gonna kill everything out here, but that's okay. Okay, let's see what we got. Another 22%. 20% was 22. Okay, so yeah, looks like we got another 22% out of the Ice Titan, so definitely doesn't seem worth the trouble, right? Now we've eaten both of those, we can feed them an elixir, and now we're at 74% just from 2 Titans. And an elixir. Alright, so if you want to, you could tame them with that. It seems that there is a cap on the amount of hit points. So there is a threshold. Like, hit points can't be above X amount, or, you know, you're only going to get 22% no matter what. So if we can find the exact hit point threshold of 22%, then we know what the tames need to be to only have to use a couple of tames, right? That way we only need 2 to 4 tames with the elixir, instead of like 10 or 12, you know, the giant turtles or whatever you have that's at 100,000 hit points. So yeah, we're gonna do some hit point tests here and see what we can figure out. Okay, so if we want to know the best possible threshold for this guy, we're looking at the Titans come in at like 230,000 hit points, right? And the Diplodocus had 145,000 and was 17%, and 230,000 is 22%. So yeah, if you want to hit that 22%, you need to be up close to 200,000 hit points, maybe a little more. Definitely 230,000 we know hits it. The threshold probably is closer to 200, but you know, just this is something to aim for, right? So if you know you have those dinosaurs that can hit those hit points, use them to tame this guy. Depending on how easy they are to breed, everything else like that. I definitely want to be using the Titan source for this. I mean, the 6-hour cooldown on the Ice Titan. The other Titan, you take some mech and cannon shells, and it's just slow to walk and takes forever. You'd be better off just doing a bunch of Diplos or turtles or something instead. If you enjoyed this video, smash that like button. Have an awesome day.